Pereira, 1st of 2017 to October 1st of 2022. He was a member of the Citgo 6. His only crime was that he was an American. He is an American. Before he was taken hostage, Pereira spent 35 years as an oil company executive and CEO at Citgo Petroleum, and which is the 5th largest oil company in the world.
The 1 month after, I was going to go to that same situation. So now we're in November. We're November 19 in here in Houston, and I'm with her in a movie. I always have been a big fan of Superman, so I was in the world premiere of Superman. So we were in one of these Star Movie Grill cinemas in Houston. So we're seeing Superman, and I'm with her, and it began to ring my phone. It began to ring and ring, and I didn't want to attend it. I was really thinking my retiring. And when I saw, it was my boss. So he began to yell at me that why I was not attending the phone. I ain't move it. So he told me, you have to come tomorrow to Caracas. There's a very urgent meeting here in Caracas, and you have to be here. And I asked him why. And for me, it was very normal, this type of trip, because, our headquarters was Pereira. So if they needed anything from the board, I had to go. So we were revamping. I began to think, okay, this is happening. So when you go into a situation, you can stick there in the situation, and that's where the people go to anxiety and depression. When the people begin to think and think that, oh, poor of me, I'm not going to make this. So I decided, okay, this is my circumstance. I have to move on. So I decided to shift my mindset. This is something more important, the positive mindset, even in any circumstance, because I was in a dark circumstance, but I decided to stay positive. I per nature, always have been a positive guy. My nature, myself, I am a positive guy. But being in that situation, you're not too positive, but you have, unleash that force that you have inside there, and begin to think that you're gonna go through. 10 months after, they opened the door and they say, "Hey, Mr. Pereira, come here." They didn't call me Mr. Pereira. They were calling me the Citgo 6 because the press decided to put that name. We were 6 guys. We worked for Citgo, and we became the Citgo 6. So they were calling us the Citgo 6. Citgo 6, come here. And because the U.S., of course, was not accepting none of these requests, and then they were asking to release a big drug lord that was here in the U.S. to swap us. And, back and forward, she went 2 times to the White House during Trump. She met with Trump and Pence and Pompeo and all the officers that were there. But this guy...
So, did all 6 of you come back at the same time, or released at the same time?
No. The way it worked was, we received the first visit of the Ambassador Carson in December 2021. He came back in March 2022, and he could release 1. Was like a proof of that the negotiation was going. One of us was released in Gustavo. He was released in March. We were released 9 months after. We were released, the 5 of us, with 2 more guys that were in Venezuela. There is a Marine called Matthew Heath, and a guy that he was also captured that crossed the border from Colombia. Osman, a young guy. So we came back 7 guys. In Venezuela, there were almost 20 people. Today, all the Venezuelan hostages are released, because the last release was happened December 23 last year. They came back 10. But this is something terrible, because these evil countries, Russia, China, Afghanistan, Syria, Myanmar, North Korea, Venezuela, Cuba, all do the same. This is a copy-paste. They do this like a technique. They use normal people and they leverage. And they use you as a pawn. That's what they do.
Thank you.
Yeah?
This was me. had no connection. They have no valid connection to prove you was a U.S. killer. Or did they?
Sorry?
This regime that accused you of being a spy in the U.S., did they have any valid connection
No.
whatsoever of you?
No. The way this works is they don't care. They put you false charge, fake charge, and they do a shame trial. They don't care. One of the guys that was released a few weeks ago, he's a journalist called Evan Gershwin. Evan was the correspondent of the Washington Post or Wall Street Journal. He's from Wall Street Journal. He was living there in Russia, and they decided one day to take him. The guy that was one of the guys that was released, Paul William, he flew to America of his best friend. He was married in Russia, so he flew to Moscow. December 30, 7 years ago, and he was captured. So they don't care. They don't care. They take you and they take you. And they put us the charge and they negotiate for you. That's as simple.
So it's all lies.
Of course. I was accused not only to be American spy, they did a trial. I was convicted 13 years and $2.5 million of a fine. I was convicted. And I came back and tell me what happened with the conviction. Everything is false. It's fake.
So you didn't have to pay?
Of course not. Of course. They're still waiting for my check. Any other question?
Yes, sir. So there was an exchange of hostages from here for you.
No, the guys that were here, they were not hostages. There were two nephews of Maduro. They were here convicted because they were captured by the DEA with drugs. So they were really bad guys. The people that were here are really bad guys. And this is something that's really difficult because, one of the guys that was swapped now in this swap that was done in Russia is a very famous terrorist that he was in Germany.
Yeah.
So it's a big deal, releasing these people.
The world is scary nowadays.
Thank you.
No, thank you very much.